I am the fight to make. I'm the money fight for whoever. Conor McGregor is definitely interesting. Tommy Fury is interesting. Logan Paul. These are good popular fights, possible fights as well. And um, do I want to fight the champion? Well, I'm at 185 now, anyways. I don't know who the champion is at 185 in bare knuckle. I beat their 175-pound champion twice in my life, and now I'm up a weight class, and it has to make sense for the company. It has to make sense for the money. We're talking money, big time, and I'm just here to live up to the expectations.
The Connor moment obviously went viral. Did you know he was going to be there?
Not quite. I wasn't 100% sure. They told me to tweet. They were like, "Hey, Connor, pull up at the fight." And they were like, "Well, I was thinking he's not gonna fucking jump on a PJ in one day and just get here to Colorado at a random place when he's probably in Ireland." And then I'm at the fight. I'm up in the skybox. That was where my workout room was, and crowds going crazy. And my team's like, "Oh, Conor McGregor's here," and I was like, "Yes, this is it." I was already the favorite in the fight. I was like, damn, I really need to live up to the expectation. Everybody's believing in me. And then Connor shows up, and I was like, I've been stuck on this song, Tequila Shots by Kid Cudi. This time I'm ready for it. And I was ready for it, man. I lived up to the expectations.
You stood face to face, and he doesn't look like a guy who used to fight at 145, 155. He looked pretty much the same size as you.
I think I looked a little bit bigger, a little bit tougher. I had a pump going on from the fight I just had. Maybe he had his suit on; it was covering up some of his muscles. Um, but we looked very similar in size. I know he's long and rangy. He's a little bit. He's my height ish, so he's going to be faster and sharper than Luke was. Um, can he hit as hard? Um, can my platinum hit head and jawline take that left hand? I believe it can, and it's the same thing that happened to Luke, man. It's just a matter of time when I close that range on you and I land those devastating shots.
How does a fight look between you and Connor? And could Connor fight you for those belts I see behind you?
Absolutely, I'll put them on the line, and I think a fight looks very entertaining. The build up, the shit talk. Um, we've both been professionals in this business a long time. Everyone knows who he is. He's at the top of that list of professional fighters and athletes. Um, Big business marketing standpoint from that. I got some big people pushing behind me who would want to make something like this happen. They believe in me and my attributes and my capabilities in the sport of bare knuckle boxing. Um, and he's still in with the UFC. Let's hope he beats Michael Chandler, and then we can really make a like the biggest fight in the world: Platinum Mike Perry versus the Notorious Conor McGregor.
So this seems legit. Like this is something that obviously you'd be interested. And looking at him in the ring after, he seemed interested too.
Man, I'm proud of that. That he's because I get it too. I'm a fighter. If I was watching bare knuckle boxing and there's a guy like me in that, I mean, Luke helped with this because the world knows he was a serious threat, a very strong competitor, two-time world champion, and I made it look easy. I look like if you're a fighter and you want to be considered and recognized as one of the greatest fighters on the planet, then you got to want to see yourself facing off against me. That was my night, man. I won.
What's your message if Connor was to see this? What's Platinum's message to the Notorious one?
Connor, Notorious Conor McGregor versus Platinum Mike Perry is the only fight to make. It is the number one fight in the world. All the fans want it. We'll throw hands. Southpaw versus Orthodox. big power punchers. I'm the better boxer, and that's no disrespect on you, mate. You've had an amazing career. You said you're never retiring. I'm getting a little older myself. I think we've come a long way. I've definitely come a long way. You've been at the top. It's my turn to take over. So you could just hand me the keys, or you can let me fight you for them. Man, I respected him before the fight. I thought I was in there for a much tougher challenge. I expect to have a tougher challenge in my future. I feel like, as great as I did, was that all the hard work that I put in. It wasn't just his mistakes. It was everything that I did to get there and do what I've been training to do, which was bust the teeth out of his mouth. Um, I do respect him, but I feel like, there were mistakes made for a guy of his caliber, for for having two world titles and for having the knowledge in the sport that he has. I feel like there were small mistakes that were made that possibly made a big difference. And, really, he just didn't know what he was getting in there with, didn't know what he was getting into with me. And, like, how do you not know what you're getting into with me?
Did you have any idea that you did so much damage? It seems like you guys were clinching, and then all of a sudden, Big Dan comes in, and Luke wanted no, you didn't want to go anymore. Did you even know that that damage was done yet?
I knew I landed a really good shot. I was like, damn. I think I remember being like, damn, I don't even think I slowed down and was like, oh, he took that really well. He took that shot. All I remember thinking was that I can't wait to land whatever shot that was. Cause look, it busted, his teeth went into my knuckles and I got a few stitches there. And I just remember feeling my hand when I hit him in the mouth and that tooth went in. It didn't slow me down. And I just remember feeling like, I can't wait to land that again. Whatever that was, I want to hit him with it again right now. And he tried hard not to let me, but the gap was closing on him. It was closing and closing. He was running away. He was trying to find somewhere to go, and there was no escape. And that was the only way out, is that he had to say, look, I can't even bite down on my mouthpiece. The pain is too significant. It's too severe in my mouth. I have to stop here. And he kept saying how he wasn't a quitter. He wasn't going to quit. And he had no choice.